Hello and welcome to The American Rancher. I'm Pam Minnick. We have a show that takes us out west today, visiting an Angus outfit that spreads across Idaho, Montana, Utah, and even down to Texas. Owner Frank Vandersloot will share with us the motivation or driving force behind the operation and what continues to make them successful. We'll visit with managers from the ranch and see how the day-to-day work gets done. Riverbend Ranch is known throughout the cattle industry and continues to make its mark on the Angus breed. It's a great show. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Superior's Country Page is the go-to marketplace if you're in need of buying or selling cattle right now. The Country Page offers feeders, cows, breadstock, and more. Cattle ranchers like the Country Page because it's easy to use. Cattle have a set asking price, and then you have the ability to bid at your own pace. Superior's Country Page also has 24/7 customer service to help you find what you're looking for. Call Superior today and see how the Country Page can help you.
Starting a profitable family business, supporting a lifestyle, and pursuing a career in agriculture are the top 3 reasons why cattlemen become Lumix dealers.
Being a Lumix dealer gives me the flexibility to run my own business, make my own business choices, work with some great cattle producers, as well as help them have a successful livestock operation.
Build you and your family's future with the industry's leading free choice liquid supplement dealer network.
Welcome back to The American Rancher. Riverbend Ranch is one of the most well-known outfits in the Angus industry. With top genetics and unbeatable customer service, they strive to provide each and every customer with the edge it needs to build their cow herd.
I'm the general manager of Riverbend Ranches, and basically what that entails is I'm responsible for all the ranching operations. We're a diversified operation. We're in the seed stock business. Depending on the year and the registrations, we'd be the 5th or 6th largest Angus breeder in the United States. We run 4,000 commercial mother cows. We're also involved in pretty substantial stocker and feeding operations as well. We believe in moderation in the cow. We believe in moderate milk. We believe in good udders. We believe in sound feet and legs and structurally correct cattle. Because we do ranch in a relatively harsh environment. The cattle have to get out and travel. They have to go quite a ways to water at many different operations. And so just the overall balance and good common cow sense to keep the cattle functional and working for this environment. Well, we cover quite a bit of country. Just here within the Idaho Falls area, we're 200 miles north to south, and we have essentially 7 different headquarters ranches that we have day-to-day operations on, and people make the difference. They care about the cattle, they care about the land, they take pride in their work, and they've really bought into the concept of trying to make the cattle the best that we can. We try to raise the bulls in a sensible fashion. We put them on a 90-day gain test, depending on the calving season. We have a spring calving season and a fall calving season. We offer both sets for sale in our spring sale. We do put them on a gain test, but we don't push them for extraordinary gains. We shoot for 3 to 3.5 pounds average daily gain. We feel like that allows us to realize and see the genetic differences between the cattle, understand what the performance really is, but at the same time, keep the soundness and longevity in mind so they can go out and be useful over the long term for the customer. Well, we're trying to breed real-world balanced trait cattle with an emphasis on performance and carcass. Obviously, feeding cattle, you have to have performance, you have to have meat, you have to have yield, you have to have feed conversion. We're trying to balance all those traits, enhance those traits, but also at the same time keep in mind that the commercial cattleman is our number one customer, and we're trying to provide bulls that fit their environment, that make useful, long-lasting, fertile maternal cows that'll keep them in the business for a long time.
There are a lot of great Angus breeders. Many have been in this business for generations, and they've done an awesome job, and I want to pay tribute to them. This breed is what it is because of the many programs that have come before us and the wisdom that they had in choosing genetics that were basically a foundation for us when we came into the program about 20 years ago. I would never suggest that we're the best out there or the only good program. There are a lot of great programs, but I think that we have some advantages. And some of those advantages come from the fact that how we've invested in our cow herd. We started 20 years ago. We didn't start with a cow herd that we owned. We had no cows whatsoever, but we went out and hand chose one by one what we thought were the ideal cows, the perfect cow, if you will, which probably doesn't exist, but there are some that come awful close. And we went out and hand picked from one herd to the next, an individual here, an individual there, and they were expensive cows because these folks knew what they had and they weren't going to let them go for cheap. But we made a terrific investment in this cow herd. So we didn't start with kind of the average or even above average. We feel like we started with the very, very best. And one by one, and we put that together in over, 15 years before we felt like we were at a place where we could say now we've got something that is really, really special. So I think that we can all use the same bulls, but I think the advantage that Riverbend has is our cow herd. One of my favorite books is a book, From Good to Great, which talks about how to create a great program, not necessarily in the cattle business, but in any business. And what they point out in that book is the enemy to great is good. In other words, if you have good, then you're going to keep producing good and it'll never be great. And if you want to be great, you need to be willing to do what's necessary to make it great. And sometimes that's to get rid of the good. And we've done that with how we've culled our cows. We've culled very deep. If we've watched things progress over the years as ultrasound came on the scene, we were one of the first to participate in that program, pay attention to that program, and we had chosen our genetics based on the EPDs that existed prior to ultrasound. Well, we soon learned, as did the entire industry, that a lot of the numbers were wrong. Maybe they had been, these carcasses had been had and chosen. They just didn't have the numbers to make accuracies where they needed to be. So we were quick to get rid of those cows or those genetics that didn't perform like they should perform. And along the way, we feel that we've only dealt with the great ones, and the good ones we took out of the herd. Our job is to produce genetics that make the commercial cattleman more profitable in his operation. So we've chosen those traits, those EPDs, that help in that endeavor, whether they're maternal traits, carcass traits, production traits, efficiency traits. Those things are what we've paid a lot of attention.
Well, we believe that if you're not growing, you're standing still or you're getting passed by somebody else. So we'll continue to be aggressive in terms of adapting new technology, whether it be embryo transfer, genomics. We'll stay on the cutting edge in terms of trying to figure out, analyze genetics, what's working best for ourselves and for our customers. and just continue to push forward and keep in mind that the Angus cow is what keeps us in business, and trying to balance those characteristics and keep these cattle functional and maternal and high performance cattle at the same time.
When we return, we'll hear from some of Riverbend's customers on why they continue to return year after year. You're watching The American Rancher. Don't go away.
Superior Livestock Auction has been the pioneer in livestock video marketing since 1987. Each decade, we've built our reputation and take great pride in what we do best, marketing the country's greatest calves with value-added programs during our summer auctions for fall delivery. Our VAC program set the highest integrity for industry standards, and consignors and buyers alike reap the benefits. Superior Livestock Auction. Let us market your cattle the superior way. Visit us at superiorlivestock.com.
The wait is over. Superior Livestock is now offering an online store where you can buy everything Superior. From ball caps, vests, jackets, gloves, and more, Superior's online store has what you're looking for. Plenty to choose from for men and women, whether you're shopping for yourself or in need of that perfect gift. Go online today at superiorlivestock.com and click on our online store. You'll be glad you did.
Welcome back to The American Rancher. Riverbend has made it their mission to provide the best customer service possible. They not only guarantee the satisfaction of their customers, but they also participate in the buyback program on Superior Livestock Auction. Here's more on their story.
In the past, the commercial cattleman basically raised his calves and sold them by the pound, and that's what he wanted. He wanted pounds of meat, pounds of calves. That's how he got his profits. It's not that way anymore, because 1 pound of calf is not the same value as another pound of calf, because, as I've said, the feedlots have caught on to EPDs. They understand what it takes. They know how to read those numbers to determine how much value that calf is going to be in their feedlot, how fast he's going to grow, how many pounds per day, and whether that calf is going to grade out, whether the feedlot's going to get the premiums that are now available in the marketplace. And that makes Riverbend genetics extremely valuable in the marketplace. That's why Riverbend genetics have been taking a premium for the last 6 or 7 years now. And that's why we can invest in our own cattle, which leads me to our customer investment program. We know that we can invest in our own genetics and make a profit by holding them, keeping them, feeding them out and taking them to the rail. So that has been a real rewarding thing to us, to watch our own genetics produce and be able to support our customers. And so when our customers buy bulls from us and use our genetics extensively, they can count on us being there when their calves sell. And we'll make sure that none of our customers' calves get given away. They won't go for free, because we will be there to bid on them. We're often the winning bidder, which we delight in, but if we're not the winning bidder, we'll be the contending bidder or very, very close. That's produced a lot of profits for our customers. It's produced profits for us, because we know that those genetics, that we feel good. We've helped produce those genetics. So it's been really fulfilling to us to see how those genetics produce profits for the feedlot, and sometimes we're the feedlot. We're really proud of our customer satisfaction guarantee program. It's essentially an insurance program. So when customers buy a bull from us, or a number of bulls from us, they know that that bull is going to perform for them. The bull is going to do what they want that bull to do. It's insured essentially against injury, against sickness, and against non-performance. If there's anything that they don't like about that bull, they'll or he gets injured, he doesn't perform, all they got to do is make a phone call. They'll get full credit on their next bull, or they'll get a replacement bull as fast as we can get them to them. So we think that that's one of the best guarantees in the business, to have your bull fully insured that he is going to do what you want him to do and what you purchased him to do. Well, the cattle business is as much the people business as it is the cattle business. And we believe in taking care of our customers. We believe in taking care of our neighbors, whether they do business with us or not. We believe that we ought to do whatever we can to forward the industry, forward the brand and the breed, and we endeavor to do that. So if there's something that we can do to make things better for someone, whether they've been a customer or not, we try to do that. We find that pays dividends to us and to others in ways that we never anticipated. It's just the way we've always done business. That's what we endeavor to do.
We're a cow-calf operation. We do have a small feedlot that we condition our calves in before the sale and condition our neighbors' calves. We raise hay and grain and corn silage to supplement that feedlot. We, on the average, have around 1,000 head of mother cows. And then we also have a heifer program for bred heifers. Bought bulls from Riverbend from the beginning, and been very happy with that. But our main relationship with Riverbend is the best way I can describe it is they're just a good neighbor. So a good neighbor is one that doesn't ask if you need help. He brings his horse over or whatever the case may be and pitches in and helps when you need help. And that's how Riverbend's been with us. We're neighbors on some of their range, and it's been a mutual partnership between us, and been very happy with it. We've seen an increase, especially in our cow herd. Riverbend's been able to provide us with the genetics that we need to get good maternal traits, but also good performance traits for the feedlot. And one good thing we like about the Riverbend program is their willingness to stand behind you and their guarantees and their bulls. And like I said, we run in some pretty rough country. And those bulls have got to walk right along with those mother cows. And if we end up with a lame bull or something that's gone wrong with that bull because it stepped in a gopher hole or a rock or whatever, Riverbend's been very good to help us through that and if need be, replace that bull.
Our cow-calf operation, we primarily use Riverbend bulls. We have been for probably 5 years, maybe 6 years. And we background all of our own calves. So we wean typically the first week of October and ship in December. Most of our calves are marketed through Superior Livestock. Then, like I said, we keep the heifers for, run them over as yearlings and then develop them for bred heifers to sell in the fall. This fall, I believe we're going to try to participate with Riverbend in their female sale and have some of our personal heifers at the sale. The use of higher quality genetics has benefited us not only in weaning weights, but we've really focused on the female side of our business. In the last couple of years, that's paid off as the national herds have increased, and we've tried to build a reputation for quality females. I know that Riverbend Genetics focuses a lot on dollar beef and performance-oriented cattle, which we have looked at as well, but we try to fit more of the balanced genetics. And one of the benefits at Riverbend that we've been able to do is buy several full brothers, ET brothers. Like this spring, for example, we were able to pick out two sire groups to put back on heifers and closely related to the AI sires that we were using. So that's been a benefit. More uniform calf crop, more efficiency. You know, obviously if we're weaning our calves, we want to try to maximum development there. So.
Riverbend bulls, yeah, we've been going there. I've been there about, I think, 3 years now. And I had customers that were going there before that, and they kept saying, Jim, this Riverbend deal, these bulls are good bulls, they're working. They guarantee everything, they work good. So I started going over about 3 years ago buying bulls for customers. And now I'm a firm believer because the results I'm getting back is the bulls hold up, they like them, and Steve will come to the sale, Winnemucca, and they'll bid on the calves. And so that's been a real win-win, and we're real proud to work with Riverbend. And they always show up at Winnemucca, and the bulls hold up, and we're sure liking the bulls.
You know, most of these people have a lot of options where they can purchase seed stock. Today's world, you have very few options when you can purchase from a program that not only is in the commercial business, but have a large amount and a large volume of seed stock. So what makes that buyback program unique is they're there to buy a lot of the product out of a lot of their bulls, and if they don't get them bought, they're also there to make sure that they bring a level of interest to it that they may not get buying a seed stock product from just any program. So the buyback program's not unique, but it is unique in terms of the relationship that they have with their bull customers. It's also unique in the fact that they put a tremendous amount of effort and pride into working with their bull customers. And it's not an annual event. I mean, they spend a fair amount of time working with that customer throughout the year. You know, not only in marketing or potentially purchasing that product, but also working on back programs and what they can do to make those products more valuable for their customers. So, and then to top it off, they have the talent and the personnel to get a lot of those things done.
We have a philosophy of wherever there's truth, we want to find it. Wherever there is knowledge, we seek it. And sometimes when you gain knowledge, it's not necessarily good news. And again, when we find that a certain sire group or certain traits aren't paying off for us, or they didn't turn out to be, or you've got a flaw here or a flaw there, we're very quick to make the decision to disinvest in that particular cow or that group of cows. Some might suggest that that's expensive. We think the payoff for our customers is substantial. So the idea that we strive for perfection, probably will never achieve it, is still, I think, a pretty good philosophy, and it's not as expensive as one might think when you consider that you're building a program for the long term and not the short term. And those decisions pay off 5 years, 6, 7, 10 years, a decade from now.
That's all the time we have today. We're glad you joined us for this scenic and informative show. Riverbend continues to be one of the industry's leading operations with its forward thinking and capacity to grow. We thank the family and crew for inviting us out to share their story. If you'd like to learn more about their ranch, visit their website at riverbendranch.us. To learn more about us, visit our website, theamericanrancher.com, or friend us on Facebook. From the entire team, I'm glad you joined us. I'm Pam Minnick, and I'll see you next time.
Tune in to the rural way of life on The American Rancher. Go with us as we visit the people and places and follow the stories that make ranching an American lifestyle. It's both the heritage and enterprise of livestock production across our nation each week from the people that do it. Check RFD-TV, the magazine, for times and listings in your area, and visit our website, theamericanrancher.com.